Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to be reviewing a foundation that I recently got very curious about, and it's the bareMineral's Barepro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. The great thing about this foundation is that it has SPF 20, and it also claims to have kind of skin boosting or skin benefiting properties to it. So it claims to be a flawless medium to full coverage foundation that lasts all day. It's creamy, blendable, and the texture gives it's creamy blendable texture for luxurious comfort. Stay true mineral pigments designed for all skin tones. It also claims to be oil-free, oil-free, non-comedogenic, hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested as per usual. So this foundation, I think maybe it would be better if I read it off the website which I got it from. I got it from Look Fantastic, which is a really good website for all sorts of skincare and makeup. And what they have here is that, okay, so introduce skin to the next generation of foundation with the bareMineral's Barepro Liquid Foundation, expertly developed to deliver full coverage around the clock, whilst nourishing ingredients continuously work to improve skin's texture over time. The luxuriously creamy formula creates a breathable matte finish with mineral lock, long wear technology using an advanced blend of mineral pigments and lipids naturally apparent in skin for a true color match and perfectly calibrated shades to suit all skin tones. It redefines performance wear, providing a 24-hour wear. That's a lot of, yeah, that's brave saying it's 24-hour wear. 24-hour wear that's heat, humidity, water, sweat and transfer resistant, boasting non-chemical mineral based SPF 20 sun protection without clogging pores or feeling heavy. So it also says this good for skin foundation leaves skin looking flawless yet natural with bamboo stem extract, forming a soft focus effect to blur imperfections. Nutrient-rich papaya enzymes gradually help to minimize the appearance of pores and maximize hydration levels, resulting in a more even and unified complexion with continued use. So with that, it basically says, you know, it's good for your skin, and with continued use you should see improvements in your skin, which is great because obviously bareMineral's has always been about good skin, and obviously they branch into makeup. So combining the two things, you know, it's great for people with like me who have, you know, blemishes on the skin. My skin is in a really good place, so it doesn't look like it on camera, but what you see here is just scars left over from spots. My skin is baby soft and smooth, so I'm just waiting for these few scars to lighten, and yeah, I'm hoping to see really good skin and hopefully be able to go out in public without the fear of not having foundation on my face or anything on my face. But that aside, so I'm really excited to try this foundation only because I've seen a few reviews. A YouTuber that I do watch quite a lot is Uche Natori. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name properly, and she has this in the shade that I've got, which is hazelnut 25. I did watch a couple other reviews, but obviously with, you know, videos and uploading videos and coloring and natural light and all that stuff, it affects what foundation really looks like or what skin really looks like. So I originally ordered Chai, which is number 26, and that came and it was a little on the neutral side, a little bit too light. So then I went back to this. I was actually scared to order this because on the website it looks so dark. So I mean, if you can't be bothered to go to a bareMineral's stand, or maybe in a Debenhams or wherever they are, or you know, what's the other one, Selfridges. So if you can't, you know, get access to actually go and try this out in person, you can always order it online. But obviously the only problem with that is that the coloring is always off, or what I find is that the shades always look way darker than they actually are in real life, or just off. So this shade looked so dark and I was actually scared to order it, so I ended up ordering the wrong foundation first. But I've tested this out on the back of my hands and it's blended out really well, so I'm hoping it's the right shade because there aren't that many shades for I suppose my skin tone. It was either going to be Chai or hazelnut. The only thing is, I think obviously with different retailers, they all stock whatever colors they want. So if you go to a bareMineral stand, you'll probably find other colors. I think there's actually another color which I might, or I say I might try, I'm going to stick with this, that you can try if you watch this review and you think it might or might not be, and that's cardamom. I can't remember what shade that is, but yeah, it's definitely cardamom. That was the only other one that I thought might be my color. But I've tried this and it looks okay. So I'm just trying to look for the foundation that I just had on my phone. So on this website, it actually has 14 of the shades available. I mean, it doesn't say how many shades it comes in, but I will hopefully put that in the description box. So onto the foundation itself. This is the packaging. It looks very similar to my MAC Studio Fix in terms of the packaging. I do like it. It looks very sturdy, and it's a glass bottle with a really good pump, really good thick sturdy lid, and I think it locks. Yes, it does. So it's actually really good. So it's a combination of what my MAC bottle and the Ordinary's Serum and High Coverage Foundation do. So this lid locks, but it doesn't come with another outer lid, and my MAC bottle is just a bottle without a pump. So basically it's a combination of both, and in terms of the color, it looks a lot better. So I'm going to pump. So this is what one pump looks like, and it's a little runny. So I'm going to do 2 because I don't think I'll need more than 2. It looks like a really good match. I'm going to use my buffing brush. I've already primed and moisturized my skin. The primer I normally use is my W7 Prime Magic, which is a really good dupe for Smashbox, the Smashbox primer. So what I'm going to do, actually I should probably explain. What I'm going to do is apply my foundation, then come back, show you my full face, and then come back later on at night and show you what it looks like after a whole day's wear. So I'm hoping to get a really good long wear. I'm definitely not going to put this on for 24 hours. I wash my face every night, but I will see how this lasts throughout the day. Okay, so those 2 pumps, maybe because it's so liquidy, didn't really go so far. And the only other thing that I will say about this foundation, I think it dried really quickly, or just like dried really matte when I applied it to my face. And it just, well, basically I rubbed my hand on it and nothing came off, so it's great. So I'm gonna go for a 3rd pump. Maybe because I'm not doing full pumps, it feels like having to do 3 pumps is a little bit extra, but it's blending in really well, really quickly, which is what I want for like every day if I'm going to work. I actually love how this foundation is blending into my skin. It's just disappearing. And the only other foundation that I felt has done that really quickly is my Maybelline Dream Satin Foundation, and that one is more of a dewy, not dewy, like a natural finish. It's not properly matte. Okay, so this is what 3 pumps looks like on my face. I really don't have to go for another pump, it just seems a little extra, but I will come closer so you can see what my skin looks like. And as you can see, it hasn't covered up my blemishes, and these spots are really, really dark, much darker than these ones. Well, they're not spots, they're dark spots, they're not acne. I will go in with another maybe 2 pumps, but like I said, it's drying really quickly, and I'm just going to concentrate them on the spots where I feel I need more coverage. When I'm applying it in front of the mirror, it looks like it has an orangey tint to it, but on camera it looks like it has a yellowy tint. So in person it looks like I actually have more coverage than it looks on camera. Like my spot doesn't look as obvious in person. I always feel like the camera makes everything look worse than it actually is. But in person I would be happy with this coverage. It's not completely covering these dark spots, but they are quite dark, and so is this spot over here, but it's covered probably about 95% of this area over here. And my skin looks very, very good. It's feeling very smooth, very light. I don't feel like I have anything on my skin, but yeah, I think I've had to use maybe like 5 pumps for this. Oh, and I did say this comes in your normal 30 mils, so 30 mls, and that is 1 fluid ounce for the American viewers. I'm gonna finish my face, so let me zoom back out again. Okay, so you can see. So it's a good match. My hand is slightly lighter than the rest of my face. I'm going to apply concealer, powder, blush, highlight, eyebrows, the whole lot. And then I'm going to come back later on, later on, once I finish my face, and then come back later and show you how the foundation has worn. But you know, for my first impressions, I'm really liking this foundation. I just love the claims about it, and the fact that it's makeup that can make your skin better over time. I really like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish my face and then come back with my final thoughts. Yeah, see you in a bit. Hi everyone, so I'm back, and this is my finished face. So I just wanted to keep it fairly simple with just a matte brown lip, and applied a bit of blush, powder, highlight, brows, and that's about it. So I'm gonna see how this foundation wears throughout the day, and yeah, so see it. Well, to be honest, the only thing I want to see if it gets really oily, when it gets really oily, and if it sinks into my smile lines, because that is the one area I hate foundation disappearing from, but that's where it tends to disappear from, so my smile lines. Yeah, so I will check in later on at night, and yeah, so that will be the end of this foundation first impressions. I really like the way the foundation applies. It looks like it locks into my skin, which is what they said it would. And again, I love the shade match as well. It's not perfect, but it's very good. The only other thing that I can say is that I didn't quite get it to full coverage, which is fine. I don't necessarily like full coverage for everyday wear anyway. I know I can definitely layer it, so if you leave it to dry, it will layer and, you know, give you that full coverage. And obviously if it doesn't, just add a bit of concealer, so I'm not really mad at that. It's definitely medium coverage for me, and obviously if you don't have any blemishes, it will be full coverage. So I think because my blemishes are quite dark, and that's why I wouldn't really class it as full coverage, because if it says it's full coverage, it should really cover everything. So yeah, that's about it. But in terms of everything else, I love the foundation. I love the fact that it has health skin benefits as well, and obviously it has SPF, so I don't need to apply that if I'm to use this in the summertime. So obviously it's winter right now, so I don't expect this to get oily too quickly, especially with the fact that this foundation has had all the help it can get, which means I've added my primer, and I've also put powder, and then I've set it with my setting spray. So I've done everything like I normally would every day anyway, so to give this foundation a fair chance, or to give it a good chance even. So yeah, so hopefully I should see some good results from this. As a first impressions, I'm definitely liking the way this foundation looks, and I hope it lasts, and I hope it lives up to the claims as well. So that will be it from me. Until my next video, have a blessed day, and I will see you in my catch up. But until then, bye. Hi everyone, so I'm back, and it's been about 8.5 hours or so. So the time is now 8:40, and I believe I finished putting on this foundation at 11 or just before 11, so definitely over 8.5 hours. As you can see, my face is only slightly, ever so slightly oily on my nose. My forehead is fine, the rest of my face is fine. It's starting to set into my smile lines a bit, but apart from that, I think I really like the way this foundation has worn so far. Yeah, it looks slightly oily on camera, just on my T-zone, but to be honest, that is nothing compared to what I usually have after 8.5 hours. By now, I would have had to blot just a little bit. But yeah, I'm really liking the way this foundation looks and how the rest of my face is worn. Yeah, there's really not much to say. I love this foundation. I think it's definitely fast becoming my new favorite foundation. And I think I'll just do a quick transfer test just on my cheeks, just to see whether or not it will transfer onto a bit of tissue paper. Okay, so there's hardly anything on the tissue paper. I'll try my other cheek. Still nothing. I'll try my nose. And there's a bit. So I think the transfer resistant claim only works when foundation is dry and set. Once your face starts to get oily, then you're at risk of obviously transferring the foundation onto another surface. So I'm guessing that's probably how that claim works. But yeah, I did feel that once the foundation set, it was basically locked in. But obviously now the natural oils on my face are starting to come in, and yeah, so the foundation's transferring a bit. But to be honest, this level of transfer isn't a lot at all. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with the way this foundation has worn throughout the day, and I'm definitely keeping it. I think it might even, actually no, I won't even say that. I'm thinking of doing a comparison between this foundation and my MAC Studio Fluid, because it reminds me so much of the Studio Fluid. The only thing is, Studio Fix. But the only thing is, the Studio Fix definitely has more coverage, I think. So this one definitely lets my skin show through, even though it gives me coverage, whereas with the Studio Fix, it definitely covers most, if not everything. So yeah, but anyway, that would be the end of my foundation first impressions and wear test, and I hope somebody found this helpful. So yeah, have a blessed day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.